OMG. Yeon-seok is Chae Soo-bin's exception. Love and difference is proven. Hello, dear viewers of YouTube channel Yahoo Japan News. First of all, allow us to send our warmest greetings and deepest appreciation to all of you who have been supporting our growing little community. Whether you're here out of curiosity, love for K-dramas, or simply stumbled upon one of our videos at 2 a.m. while doom scrolling, you're welcome, you're valued, and you're absolutely in the right place. In today's video, we dive deep into something that may seem lighthearted and fun on the surface, but oh boy, beneath that surface lies a juicy pool of subtle affection, unsaid emotions, and a romantic undercurrent that can only be described with one statement. Yeon-seok is the exception to Chae Soo-bin. The difference is proven. Before we dive into today's video, may we ask our beloved fans, has anyone here heard the rumor about our favorite couple going out late at night together? If you have, and you know what we're talking about, go ahead and raise your hand now, even if it's just in front of your screen. Now, before you call us hopeless romantics or Delulu detectives, allow us a few minutes of your time. We promise this video is packed with exciting theories, hilarious comparisons, and some rather exclusive, not so easily spotted insights. And yes, as always, we must remind you, the content in this video is for entertainment and speculative purposes. Reality might differ, but that's the fun of it, isn't it? Let's start with a clip from a recent group interview and game segment where Chae Soo-bin sat alongside several of her colleagues. As the host casually threw in a request for a spontaneous participation in a game, the room seemed ready, except for one very honest, very flustered Soo-bin. She gracefully, yet firmly, declared, "I can't do this sudden request." She then explained that she's someone who needs preparation in advance, a planner, an overthinker, someone who needs a moment or 100 to mentally script what's to come. We've all been there, haven't we? That little statement tells us something about her personality: calm, deliberate, and not the kind to just go with the flow. Unless. Now let's fast forward to another broadcast, another game segment. But this time with Yeon-seok. Same type of game, same lack of preparation, but different Soo-bin. As she sat next to Yeon-seok, our dear miss, I need time, surprised us with her complete lack of hesitation. No script, no thinking, no checklist. When asked a balance game question, her answer simply came out, natural, genuine, and immediate, like it had been living inside her all along, waiting for the perfect moment or person to emerge. Even Yeon-seok smiled in agreement, confirming that they didn't plan anything ahead of time. It was just vibes, just flow, just fate. So what does this mean? Well, as your favorite love theorist content creators, we're here to say, this is not just a coincidence. This is a pattern. When you find someone who makes you drop all your defenses, forget all your worries, and just enjoy the moment, you've found your exception, your safe space, your person. And that, dear viewers, is what Yeon-seok seems to be for Chae Soo-bin. Of course, our video also includes the screenshots you've seen floating around online. Yes, that very image where she's surrounded by her colleagues, holding her ground about not being able to comply with sudden requests. Then, in the next scene, she's across the table from Yeon-seok, looking relaxed, engaged, and entirely unbothered by the spontaneity. Coincidence? We think not. There's something quietly electric when two people, completely unaware of the world around them, seem to operate in a shared wavelength. With Chae Soo-bin and Yeon-seok, it's not just chemistry, it's contrast. And that contrast becomes most evident when We observe her behavior in group settings versus when she's simply by his side. Chae Soo-bin, as fans know her, tends to lean toward thoughtful pauses, well-measured replies, and a kind of poised stillness in conversations. She listens before she speaks. She processes before she performs. But when Yeon-seok is in the room, something shifts. She becomes visibly lighter, not just in her smile, but in her presence. Her reactions quicken. Her words flow more freely. There's a certain brightness, almost impulsiveness, in her tone that rarely appears elsewhere. It's not so much that Yeon-seok changes who she is, but rather, he unlocks the version of her that's unburdened by filters or expectations. Their off-screen interactions often reveal this dynamic. During a behind-the-scenes moment from one of their recent promotional interviews, Soo-bin leaned in toward Yeon-seok while laughing at a shared joke, completely missing her cue from the host. It was the kind of distracted, magnetic attention that isn't forced or performative. The people around them were continuing the show, but these two, they were lost in their own moment. No script, no stage directions, just ease. That's not how Soo-bin usually is. That's how she is with him. And then there's their language, non-verbal and otherwise. Yeon-seok, with his naturally warm and attentive demeanor, seems to know exactly how to engage her, whether it's a gentle tease or a thoughtful aside. And Soo-bin, in turn, gives him her undivided attention in a way that's notably different from her usual cautious demeanor. She doesn't hold back her reactions. Her laughter is louder. Her glances are more frequent. It's like he gives her the unspoken permission to just be. No overthinking required. What's perhaps most telling is the subtle synchronicity they fall into during another segment, where they had to answer questions at the same time. The two of them often gave identical responses without hesitation. It wasn't just that they agreed, it was how fast they agreed. No pre-discussion, no eye signals. Just a kind of natural harmony that speaks volumes. When other guests paused, hesitated, or offered differing answers, these two clicked like puzzle pieces. It's the kind of synchronicity that makes people believe in fate, or at the very least, deeply compatible personalities. So while the world might say Chae Soo-bin is structured, careful, and not one for surprises, Yeon-seok seems to be the gentle exception that makes all those rules bend. Not because he asks her to, but because around him, she no longer feels the need to follow them. And in a world that often prizes consistency, isn't it the rare exceptions that whisper the loudest truths? As always, the video includes some exclusive commentary, rare behind-the-scenes captures, and a few Easter eggs for the eagle-eyed fans. Be sure to watch until the very end. You never know what heart-fluttering moment might be tucked in between the giggles and edits. And one more time, please note, this video includes analysis and theories based on publicly available content. It's all in good fun. And while we're sure we're right, wink wink, the reality is always up to the stars themselves. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with fellow fans who have also sensed that magical energy between Soo-bin and Yeon-seok. And if you think we're overanalyzing, maybe. But isn't that what love does to us all? Until next time, from everyone at Thank you, and happy shipping.